this is another profound pre-Christian Jesus truth. Jesus did not teach the idea of original sin. Jesus did not teach the idea of original sin. If you haven't heard of that, what original sin is, basically it's the idea that when you're born, you already have this mystical substance called sin encasing or laced within your very soul, and this prevents you from knowing God directly, to being saved. That's the whole idea of original sin. And the original sin that you inherited for no decision of your own was that Adam and Eve decided to go against the rules of God in the Garden of Eden. And that now the only way to really atone for this separation, because humankind is inherently sinful, the only way is through some type of sacrifice or mystical erasure of that sin. And the only way you can do that, according to Christianity, is to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, and that Jesus was a sacrifice to get rid of that sin. Now that just doesn't make sense at all, does it? Really? A baby automatically has original sin? Now, yeah, I think you'd agree that humans make mistakes, and sometimes we knowingly go against the divine will and intentionally go against the will of God. That's a choice, and that, yeah, you could call that sin. I agree. But how could you have sin if you haven't done anything? Why would God allow this to be transmitted from generation to generation? Now, inherently, yeah, we make mistakes. That's error. And we can intentionally go against what God is telling us to do intentionally with full knowledge. Yeah, that's sin. I agree. But you're not born with it. Jesus never taught that. Never taught that. So what does that mean? What that means is that you really have a clean slate, that you can go forward with God, and that also God is a fair, loving God who loves you unconditionally. And in order to be saved, you need to accept God within, our dear loving Father, and follow his will. That's it. That's all you need to do. So this idea of original sin was never taught by Jesus. Never. Think about the implications for your life. I wish you the best. You have a great day. And if you want more content like this, go to findmynewlife.com. Remember, you are a child of God, and we are family.